Hi everybody, my name is Louise. I'm the owner of First Out 24/7 Bail Bonds. Lastly, while I'm going to tell you that bail reform is a complete and total joke, is that when you read news articles that are out there, they're going to tell you how the average bail is $36,395.48. Now, if you've ever been a defendant, I'm going to tell you right now, they said bail at $1,000, they said bail at $1,500, $2,500, $10,000, $15,000, $25,000. Occasionally you get a new magistrate that'll set something at $17,500. But there is no bail average. There is the average crime. What I mean by that is, okay, you got a retail theft, you've never been in trouble before, or maybe you've done it 2 or 3 times, and it's something stupid like a candle. You're going to have a $2,500 bail, maybe a $5,000 bail. Now, again, if you've missed court 9 times and you also got some felonies in your priors and you didn't know how to act as a kid, that $2,500 or $5,000 bail might be $15,000 because you've already proven you're a bad guy. You're not following the rules. So you get a higher bail when you're not following the rules. But bail reform is going to tell you, oh no, this DUI guy, he's going to lose everything because he's got a $1,000 bail and he can't get out. That's horseshit. Because usually DUIs go home for free. Now, if you got 3 of them, well, unfortunately, you might be a 5,000. You might be a 10 because maybe you got your 3rd DUI when you shouldn't even be driving a car because you don't have a license and you didn't do your DUI classes. That's why you'd get a higher bail. Going back to the bail reform movement and why it's such a joke, in Lehigh County, our county controller presented a 27-page report about these fake bail averages and how these poor people are sitting in jail and can't get out. This report that had subpar data didn't report that these poor people couldn't get out because they were on state parole, because they were already being supervised by probation and violated probation by getting a new charge. For those of you that might not be aware, and if probation isn't telling you, if you're on paper, don't get arrested. It's the #1 rule. That's how you violate. Sorry, just pointing it out in case you're in denial. So all those factors didn't come into play with all those people that were stuck in jail. So if you have a half-assed report, and our media takes that half-assed report and defends how bail reform is necessary, people like myself step in, and I supply 13-page reports, and I do my own study. And my own study showed every single magistrate that was on duty for a week straight, and what they set their bails at, why they set their bails that way, and what the charges were, and the prior record for each defendant. Now, why I'm angry about that is because I did pretrial's job for a week. And if the controller would have talked to pretrial, mind you, I get it, they're only there from 8 to 4. If he would have talked to pretrial would have been able to submit just a little bit more data that would have made that subpar report that all these bail reformers are believing, would have made it a little bit more accurate. So when I supplied my report to the magistrates, the judges, the courts, the controller, it got distributed. I apparently pissed a bunch of people off, but they shut me down. They don't want to tell me what they're up to next. They don't want to admit they screwed up. And you know what really pisses me off about it? They didn't admit that they need to be accountable for where your tax dollars are actually going. So before you believe bail reformers, talk to some bail bondsmen. We'll explain to you what our differences are, because we don't cost the county or the taxpayers a dime. When we bounty hunt, that's out of our pocket. When people screw up, that's our problem. We don't have 9 different agencies that your tax dollars pay for to judge anyone. We have to do this off the cuff. We have to do it based on what we believe in, and we have to do it for what we think is right. So please, if you really do believe in what this company does and what bail bondsmen truly stand for, stop buying the bullshit about bail reform. Because again, some defendants, and I have no problem saying this, some defendants are right where they belong. Not everyone should be bailed out. And until we hold ourselves accountable for our own stupidity, for our own mistakes, and stop making excuses and making it everybody else's problem, we're never going to fix what's going on out there. So please, be accountable for your actions. Watch your back. Be careful out there. Not everybody is the enemy. But if you get in trouble, please own your shit. And if you don't like what I had to say, please do not use my company. Because everything that's been said in these 3 videos, I mean, and I mean from my heart. This company has a conscience. This company wants to believe in you in a system that could care less about you. I hope you enjoyed these 3 videos. And if you have any questions, even if you want to yell at me, feel free to call my company.